to it's like Jordan Love, man. Like
Mm.
I I guess he's getting a chance. Say whether he deserves it or not, who knows? Um,
GMs and coaches will always say that though about the guy who is number one in the building at the moment. Like just like Josh Rosen was the guy for Cliff Kingsbury until they drafted Kyler number one. Like it's just the game that they play, and that's really all it is a little game with the media.
but I mean, don't you think that they've kind of been like, I mean, like Roger said, hey, they drafted my replacement, like do you think it's not been written in stone, or
I think it's far from written in stone. I think that anybody who watched Jordan Love play would tell you that it's far from written in stone. If I'm the GM of the Packers, I'm 100% drafting a quarterback in this draft. It may not be early, but I'm drafting one to bring in competition for Love. There's no way I'm just handing him the ball and week one right now.
yo, I'm gonna pull up the name that I think you're talking about. Wait, or that the Packers should investigate.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this guy right here, Clayton Tune.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Clayton Tune out of University of Houston, he was PFF's pass. He tied for first in PFF's passing grade with 91.3, second in passing yards, second in passing touchdowns, tied for fourth in big time throw rate, and first in adjusted completion rate with 79.5%. I mean, the guy had a fairly lengthy career at Houston, and put up some pretty good numbers. And he's shown a tendency to scramble as well. Tested pretty well athletically at the combine. So you combine all those things together, and he's going to have a team take a shot on him. Late in the draft, most likely. I would see this guy as like probably a fifth round pick or later. But if he ends up on the right team, like Tampa Bay, where he could beat out uh, Baker Mayfield for the job, all of a sudden, you got a guy who is an interesting look in rookie draft picks. Um, yeah, he's definitely put up the college numbers and graded well. So let's see where he lands. If, like I said, a shaky depth chart is what you want to see for a guy like him.
mm,
And so Tampa Bay, Green Bay, certainly falls into that category. Jordan Love, we've seen very little of over 2 or 3 years now, and that's probably for good reason. I think if Jordan Love was that good, they would have found a reason to get rid of Rodgers earlier rather than give him a 3-year deal worth 150 million last year.
mm, interesting take, yeah, because I feel like there's like a lot of people. I feel like there's a lot of Jordan Love truthers, and there shouldn't be,
I think that
because
those are just like Packers truthers. Like the
you
Packers are
think
kind of
so?
like I think Packers are kind of like the Cowboys where like their fan base is like really deep and they're
Mm.
very
They believe the lies.
right, they're backing their team 100%, like and you can fault I can't fault them but so much for that, like I want to believe that every decision Sean McVay makes is the best decision possible.
I
But I know
mean, don't we all?
that but at the end of the day I know that's not true. And I know that there's some Packer fans out there who know that Jordan Love is not the long-term answer, but I'm sure that a lot of them would like to at least give him the chance and say that, there's a reason why they drafted him in the first round and all that good jazz. But I just don't see it. I think at the very least, they're going to add somebody in for competition. Um, they're not going to, there's no way that they're just saying Love is the week one starter today.
Man. And